Hi NFL fans, this is Crow for sportscrapology.com, coming to you from our offices in Knoxville, Tennessee. You can see this on YouTube, Sports Crapology on YouTube, and sportscrapology.com. You can go to our website, see some information, our college basketball poll, these NFL draft videos. We've put out one just on an overview of the draft and on quarterback so far. We're going to talk to you about offensive linemen today. We're going to talk to you about offensive tackles, offensive guards, and centers. So it's 2025 NFL Draft. It's in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's April 24th through 26th. The first round is on Thursday. The second round and third round is on Friday. And then rounds 4 through 7 are on Saturday. There's only 7 rounds in the NFL Draft now. That's why you might see some more free agents being brought into NFL camps. And they have to spend more money on researching what free agents they want to bring in, etc. But we're going to talk to you about tackles first. I believe it's a deep offensive line draft in 2025. I believe it's most important to have a good offensive line, defensive line. I don't think your quarterback's that important. I don't think your running backs are that important. I think you can get a good running back if you have a good offensive line that can open some holes. You can find a running back easier than finding a good offensive tackle that will protect your quarterback and open up some holes in the running game. So anyway, we got offensive tackles. We'll go through our top 10 offensive tackles. Most of these guys, I'd say 7 or 8 of them, you can plug and play. You can just put them into your lineup and they'll play in the NFL. They can start the very first year and you won't have any problems. They'll protect your quarterback, they'll open up holes in the running game, and they'll do a good job for you. But anyway, we have Banks out of Texas. They're a big left tackle. We think he's the best tackle in the draft. If I was those Tennessee Titans picking number 1, I would pick him. That would be my first draft choice. Campbell out of LSU. We like him second. The New England Patriots have already said that they're going to draft him number 1 with their first pick. They're picking 4th in the draft. I don't know if they're saying that to the media, releasing it to the media to throw the other teams off, and they're really going to choose somebody else. Sometimes teams do that. But they said they need a big tackle to protect their second-year quarterback, Derek May. They don't like the tackle they have. And they want Campbell out of LSU, which would make complete sense to me because the guy's a really good offensive lineman. He's plug and play. You can put him in there. He should start right away. I think he's like 6'6", 320 or 330. And he has good hands, good feet, everything. He's ready to go. Number 3 in offense tackles, we have Simmons out of Ohio State. He protected Will Howard in that national championship run. Opened up the holes for Henderson and Judkins, the running backs. Then we have Wyatt Millam out of West Virginia. We like him. He's about the same. He's a little bit bigger. I think he's 6'6", 320. So he's pretty much plug and play. We like Connerly out of Oregon. Another big offensive tackle. He's 6'4", 315. He can start right away for you. We got Membow out of Missouri next. They're all big guys. Another big guy. Like he's only 6'3" though, but he's 315. There has been some criticism of Membow, I think, about his footwork. But, we liked him, the video we saw. Zabel, North Dakota State. Like this guy, the only thing I'd have to say about him is he did play in the FCS. They won the championship. He destroyed people in the FCS, but he wasn't playing Division I championship football like he was playing against Ohio State and the top teams in the country. So he looked really good, but he wasn't playing against as good a competition as these other guys. But he has the size, he has the hands, he has the footwork, and we believe he can play in the NFL. We believe he's could probably do it with not too much, without having to coach him up too much. We like the other tackle from Texas, Williams. Ursery out of Minnesota. Same thing with him. Some people say his footwork isn't that great. He needs some work there. I would say that too. He's probably maybe won't be able to start right away. Maybe you get him through training camp and he's ready to start by the start of the season. Maybe he sits out in the season a few games, watches and works on his footwork, does some agility drills, and then gets in there in 3 or 4 games, 5 games. I don't know, maybe the next season he starts. But anyway, he's a big guy, and against most of the Division I teams, he looked really good. And then we got Sava Lania, we like, the Samoan guy from University of Arizona. Another big guy. We believe he could play pretty soon in the NFL. So our top 10 offensive tackles: Banks, Campbell, Banks, Texas; Campbell, LSU; Simmons, Ohio State; Millam out of West Virginia; Connerly out of Oregon; Mimbe out of Missouri; what's the guy's name? Zabel out of North Dakota State, the Bisons; Williams from the University of Texas; Ursery out of Minnesota; and then Savalania out of the University of Arizona. And there'll be a theme here as you'll see the guards. Pretty much you can take any offensive lineman out of Texas, Georgia, some of these teams, LSU, and you're going to get a pretty good offensive lineman. These top 10 teams in the country, the theme is Ohio State too. The theme is they have really good offensive linemen. Probably why they win a lot of games. So we have guards, our top 10 guards. We have Booker out of Alabama. We have Rutledge out of Georgia. Fairchild, the other guard, out of Georgia. So a theme there, Georgia. We like the Slater guy out of Sacramento State. He's kind of a dark horse pick, but he looked like a man playing with children in the FCS league, just like the tackle from North Dakota State. So we'll say Slater from Sacramento State can play in the NFL. Colby out of Iowa, we like him, a guard. Cooper on that same Minnesota offensive line with Ursery. Gray, offensive guard from Oregon State, we like him. We like Condre out of University of Cincinnati. We like Addison West from Western Michigan. Another kind of not top 20 school, but he looked really good. He was a standout in the MAC conference. Probably the best, maybe the best lineman in the MAC. And Connor out of the University of Texas again. So basically the University of Texas, anybody in the offensive lines on the draft, you could probably draft them, or Georgia, Ohio State, and you probably got a good lineman that you don't have to coach up too much. You can put them right in there. But anyway, that's our top 10 guards, our top 10 tackles. There are some centers in the draft. Centers it's harder to come by a center. But we'll give you our top 5 centers. There are some in the draft that are real good. Surprise, surprise, the center from Texas, University of Texas, we have number 1. Surprise, surprise, the second center we have in the draft is from Georgia, Wilson. The third center we have in the draft, surprise, surprise, from Ohio State, McLaughlin. Number 4, we have ranked Cooper Mays out of the University of Tennessee. Tradition of lineman and his family. He's one of the best centers in the nation. Number 5, we have the center from USC, Mannheim. He did a good job for Lincoln Riley out there in Southern California. They're now in the Big Ten. So that's our 5 centers. It's our top 10 guards, top 10 tackles. You can see this on sportscrapology.com. You can go to Sports Crapology on YouTube. I do have a Facebook page, Crow's Crapology. It's not all NFL, not all sports, but we do talk a lot of sports on there. We talk a lot of other things on there. But if you're looking just for draft information, go to these videos, sportscrapology.com and Sports Crapology on YouTube. I'm Crow. Thank you for watching. And we'll be back again with another video on the wide receivers in the NFL Draft 2025. And we'll go through the edge rushers, what they call edge rushers 2025 draft. And we'll go through the defensive backs in the 2025 draft. And the equipment managers that are in the draft in 2025. And the water boys. And the trainers. And some of the cheerleaders that are going into the draft, that are hoping to get drafted by NFL teams, the college cheerleaders. And we'll go through all that. We're going to get down to all the details of the 2025 NFL Draft, which is April 24th through 26th, Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's covered by ESPN and the NFL Network. Crow for Crows for sportscrapology.com. Thank you for watching. See you next time.